This series is not meant to be an accurate representation of the current NASCAR Cup Series. This is a fictional series, ran on NR2003 for enjoyment. I hope you enjoyed today's race.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the NR2003 Simulation Season live from the newly reconfigured Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's like a super speedway, but it's a mile and a half long. Today we're going to go racing for 45 laps here in today's race. Martin Truex Jr. starts on the pole, Austin Cindric starts on the outside pole. And who is going to be aggressive? Aggressiveness can get you up to the front, but being aggressive at a super speedway type track can also get you in a lot of trouble and cause the big one, especially here on Atlanta, where the racing surface is much smaller than it is at Talladega and Daytona. We are only a couple moments away from the command to fire engines. I'm going to take you down to trackside to get the command to get these cars rolling here at Atlanta.
Drivers,
engines have been fired. Cars roar to life on pit lane. Truex and Cindric on the front row. The rest of the field will come up now. Qualifying yesterday set the field for today's race. Cindric still hunting that first win. Logano with a pretty decent qualifying effort yesterday is going to give some confidence to that 22 group. That 22 group has been struggling lately. Joey Logano has not had the results that he's really been looking for. Justin Haley, he's still looking for his first win in Kaulig Racing. Remember, Haley does have one Cup Series win. It was at Daytona a few years ago. Field in the hands of Martin Truex Jr. Eye on the flag stand, green flag in the air. We are racing in Atlanta. And a great jump for Martin Truex Jr. to get ahead. Field mostly 2x2 here. Down the back straightaway they go. William Byron looking for the lead. 3 wide, a little further back. Looking at Suarez and Kyle Busch. They might have that figured out by the time they get to the tri-oval. Looks like they do for the most part. Ooh, big slide at the front of the field. There was some contact between Blaney and Haley, and that was almost big. That was almost huge. On the second lap at Atlanta. Lucky that no one made contact with anybody. And that was at the front of the field. That would have been huge if those cars would have got into each other. Ross Chastain battling Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Saw a car way up the racetrack ahead of them. That was the two of Cindric. Cindric riding almost right up against the wall, pretty much. One of the biggest movers from the start of the race is Chase Elliott. He's worked his way up into the top 5, the hometown boy. Now he's looking underneath of Ryan Blaney. Oh, and Byron got pushed up the track a little bit and almost ended up in the outside wall. We do have a car that got into the outside wall. Chris Buescher sees slight damage on the door of the 17. So Buescher gets in the wall here early. Oh, and there's a wreck in front of him. It's Tyler Reddick! And he will roll onto his roof and come to rest on the apron. Tyler Reddick. A lot of other cars involved as well. And they're still wrecking. We're just talking about Chris Buescher. He was involved in that. Apologize for the scoring pylon. Had to reset that. A lot of cars with damage. And Eric Almirola, he's got some damage on the door that I caught a glimpse of. And we'll have to take a look at what started this one. This one starts up front with that 3-wide action that we were talking about. And unfortunately, everybody piled into it. You can see they were almost 4 wide, but the 3 wide is what gets them, and Christopher Bell ends up in the outside wall too. And it looked like Reddick was going to keep it up to the top of the racetrack, but the 77 got into him, and that is what caused mayhem. Ooh, Larson even with some damage there. And you can just see the big one happens here in Atlanta. Nowhere for anybody to go. Truex still your leader. Here on lap 8, we will return with the green flag here in a moment. Welcome back to Atlanta and the NR 2003 simulation season. Martin Truex Jr., your leader. We're about ready to go back green flag racing. Truex has led every lap so far. Looking to lead a few more. Green flag in the air. We're racing again, and keep an eye on that 17. Very, very slow after being involved in that incident. See everybody trying to go to the high side to avoid him. Oh, he's going to get put 3 wide. Big move by Kurt Busch to get around Chris Buescher there. Front of the field, Truex quickly tossed out of the lead by Justin Haley. Now Justin Haley, he's looking to be tossed out of the lead by Chase Elliott. A little bit of contact between Cindric and Hamlin as they race 3 wide here. Back down to 2 wide. Truex struggling right now. After he lost that lead, it looks like the car has lost a lot of its handling. That dirty air really playing with Martin Truex Jr. right now. Not playing nice. Daniel Hemrick right now being shown in the 16th position in the number 16. Christopher Bell was able to meet minimum speed after that accident, so Christopher Bell remains on the racetrack, but Christopher being shown in the 22nd position right now. But making speed nonetheless. Field pretty spread out. As Chase Elliott, once he got to the lead, he was gone. Excuse me. Denny Hamlin battling with Austin Cindric. Will he clear him? Looks like he will, so he'll move Hamlin to the 2nd position. The last time we were here, this was the man that went to victory lane, Ross Chastain. He survived a wild race. And that's the only way that I can really put it, is that he survived. Because he had a tough time getting to the lead. Had to dodge all kinds of accidents, but today is not his day, as he's struggling right now. Ahead of them, there was a slight checkup. Might have been for the 47 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Things getting tight yet again. Through this mid-pack area. Cindric battling with Hamlin again. Looks like he will get the position. Behind them a little ways, Eric Jones. 43 car has found a little of speed these last couple of weekends. Good to see Eric running well in the 43 car. Ryan Blaney is still trying to hunt his first win of the season. Surrounded by drivers that have wins. Penske as a whole has struggled this year. Only one win with Joey Logano. But the consistency for Blaney has been there. Kyle Busch looking to move himself ahead of the driver with the most wins. Alex Bowman has been on fire. Alex Bowman's teammate Kyle Larson. Ooh, a little bit of a bump from the 3 almost sent Larson down the apron. Well, that little bump looks like it's going to push him past Harvick. Now Austin Dillon looking to the inside of Kyle Larson. Helped him get by Harvick, and now he's going to go right by. Larson had the checkup big time. The 3 car is on the move, even with damage. You can see the hood is separated a little bit. So Austin Dillon has found some speed here. Look at the entry speed. Now Dillon did come down to pit road and put 4 tires on. So are tires going to play a role in today's race? It's looking like it, as look at the speed he can carry on entry. So Dillon heading towards the front. And up the front, there's a battle for the lead. Austin Cindric with a little bit of help from Denny Hamlin. Actually, both of them have gotten by Chase Elliott. And now Hamlin. Another case of I help you, I go by you, as Hamlin is going to get by Cindric to take the lead. Seen that a couple times. So change for the lead yet again. Hamlin, your new leader. And in the 5th spot, Austin Dillon is running these guys down. Look at the speed out of the 3 and the number 6 machine. So are tires going to play a role here today? Austin Dillon down to the inside. Look at the speed of the new tires from Keselowski and Dillon. We never got to see this when we were here last time. Todd Gilliland is also on that 4-tire strategy. So Dillon and Keselowski really putting the speed together. Like I said, we had never really got to see what tire strategy was like. Well, we can see it now as Keselowski. He's taking the lead. Keselowski won at Daytona, which is a super speedway, so you have to think Keselowski knows his way around this place too. Slightly different. That's Todd Gilliland. The last time we checked in with him, he was about a second behind Chase Elliott. Now he's going by these guys. So Todd Gilliland having a fantastic run today. Moves himself up to the 3rd position. The driver on new tires. It's the 17. He's 2 laps down. The 66 is another guy who is on new tires, and he's moving himself up through the field. Crazy to see here. New tires versus old. You can see the speed difference. And we've got guys pitting right now. The 55 of Yaley is pitting. Keselowski has driven away from Austin Dillon. A massive speed difference with new tires and old tires. So maybe this could be another race where strategy is going to play a role. The field very spread out now. Ty Gibbs, he's having a pretty decent day. Looks like they're going to be coming to pit road here. A bunch of them are coming to pit road. This forces their hand. They see the tires. They see what they can do. Oh, we have an accident. Chase Elliott in the outside wall. Some damage for the 9 car. But we stayed green. He never went completely around. And Elliott right to pit road. We'll get a replay of what happened to Chase down in turn 1. Down to turn 1, the 66 gets into Elliott and sends them up into the wall. No caution. Looks like something broken on Chase's car. There's a 66. We talked about the speed difference. Just misjudges the back bumper of Chase Elliott. And sends Elliott, Cindric, and himself into the outside wall. Took a look at the damage on the 9 car, and they're going to send him back out. And now the question is, where is the leader? The 66 was being shown as the leader. But when all this cycles around, we'll have to see who goes to the front. New tires. So much worth it. Eric Jones, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, look at the difference in tires. Jones whips it around the 66. Look at how fast they're catching Kyle Larson. The 2 of Austin Cindric on pit road at the moment. Something wrong with Cindric's car. From that contact with the wall, his looked less than Elliott's. But it looks like Cindric, they're having to repair the front suspension on his car. So Cindric with a lot of damage. Trying to find the 6 car of Keselowski. Keselowski is here, going around some guys with older tires. And now Keselowski being shown the leader. What strategy did Keselowski play? Not sure what Keselowski did as far as tires, but a 12-second lead would tell me that it probably wasn't 4. It might have been a 2-tire stop. Let's see if that's actually going to work out for Brad. The 38 and the 3. They're 12 and 13 seconds back. Keselowski losing a little bit of time. Could this be the winning strategy for the 6 team? To get their second win of the season? As you can see, with flash by their Cindric coming back onto the racetrack, they were able to get that repaired. Totally different race than we saw in the springtime. A long green flag run with tires playing a role. Never would have thought that I had seen it. Looking back at the race from the springtime, Todd Gilliland in second position. He's not making any headway on Keselowski, and there's only about 6 laps to go. You can see this still would be an amazing run for Todd Gilliland. This would be his best finish of the year. So Todd Gilliland, second position. Austin Dillon, third. Hamlin in fourth, and Kyle Larson in fifth. Totally different race. And here's Keselowski. Down to 3 and 4. Plenty of time. Out back does not have to push the issue at all. 3 laps to go. Cars in front of him are pretty single filed out, so he doesn't have to worry about any accidents really happening in front of him. Keselowski with 2 laps to go. He's going to round 3 and 4 and take a look at the flag stand and see the white flag here in Atlanta. White flag in the air, where on the final lap, and the 6 car of Brad Keselowski with a 10-second lead. Pit call to take 2 tires instead of 4. Got him an even bigger gap off of turn number 4. For the second time this season, at the second Super Speedway this season, Brad Keselowski's going to win his second Super Speedway win of 2022. Keselowski, your winner today in dominating fashion. He'll celebrate this one. Tires played a huge role today, but Brad Keselowski bested the best, and he goes to victory lane here in Atlanta. Keselowski, a really successful driver here at the super speedway type racing. He is the one who goes to victory lane today, uses some of that super speedway skill, brought it here to Atlanta, and it paid off as the 6 of Brad Keselowski and RFK go to victory lane yet again here in the NR 2003 2022 simulation season. He will grab the checkered flag, and then he will go down on the front straightaway and wave the flag for the fans. The winner today in Atlanta. Brad Keselowski's second win of the season comes here today at Atlanta. The rest of the finishing order as follows. What a race for the 6 of Brad Keselowski and that team. Winning at Daytona, they've had solid, consistent performance all season long, and to win here again in Atlanta with the playoffs coming up relatively quick. It's a pretty good thing for Keselowski. They're trending in the right direction at the right time. Second place to Todd Gilliland. Todd, the best finish he's had this season. His best ever NASCAR Cup Series career finish happened today, second place. So big news out of the 38 camp. They definitely showed some speed today. Taking a look at the point standings, Keselowski, him and Bowman, pretty much swapping lows here at the top of the standing board. All eyes are going to be on the cut line here in the next few weeks. Taking a look at the schedule, not many races left before that playoff start in Kansas. Only a few more chances to cushion your points and get yourself into the playoffs. We will see next week who can go to victory lane and have a good run and maybe, just maybe, solidify their spot in the playoffs. Thank you all for watching today's race. We hope to catch you in the next one. Have a good one.